Hey guys, it's Sahara. Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a look inspired by Jennifer Lopez when she played in the movie Maid in Manhattan. So I'm gonna jump right into this video. To start, I am going to be using a mask, a face mask. These two are the Joa Beauty peel off mask, charcoal and gold. So I used these in a video when I was doing like a Joa Beauty video. It was based on the Joa Beauty brand because of influencers. Today I am going to use the gold one all over. I feel like it's appropriate for this type of video since it's based off someone like Jennifer who, you know, wants nothing but the best high-end, so why not start with a face mask. This gold one is to tighten, firm, lift, and detoxify the skin. So I'm going to apply it all over the skin, let it dry for about 20 minutes, and then come back on and we can get started on this makeup look. Well, I mean, it didn't really hurt when I just peeled it off. The charcoal mask definitely hurt when I peeled it off one time, but this one didn't really hurt. It was just in spots where I think I have a little bit of peach fuzz at. I did shave my face with a razor before doing this so I can get rid of most of the peach fuzz, because if I don't, we all know what's gonna happen. My skin feels smooth, but I definitely would choose the charcoal one over this one. But now we're just gonna move into the makeup look after I come back from washing my face. Alright, so one more thing before I do start on the makeup. I am just going to show you how I did the bun, similar to hers. So what I did was I cut off the top part of the sock where it's closed up at. I am going to fold it down. It's just a regular sock I haven't worn in years, but I am going to make it into like a bun type of thing. It's called a donut bun, I think that's what it's called. I used to have one that I didn't have to do this with, but this is just something that you do if you don't have one of those donut buns. So you just cut the sock like that and just fold it down. Then what you want to do is put your hair up in a ponytail. Make sure it's slicked down. I don't really want to slick it down with any gel, because last time I did that it took me like weeks to get the gel out of my hair. It was just so stiff. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to run it through with my hands. I'm going to put my hair up in a high ponytail. I'm going to put the donut through the ponytail, letting it stay like close to the hair part where the ponytail holder is. And then I'm going to take another one of those ponytail holders, roll it down onto the donut bun, and then secure it with any bobby pins. That's how you're supposed to do it, something like that. You know, you can see it better than what I could tell you. And I do have to make sure to bobby pin those short pieces in the back of my hair, because that is growing back from where I shaved it at. I do miss my shaved hair back there, because this heat is not the happenings for hair on your neck. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pretend that this is a strapless dress. I think she was wearing a white strapless dress in the movie. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm going to just do now. And keep that right there. And now that I've seen her huge bun in a different light, it definitely looks like it's twisted or braided into a bun. You know, over here we kind of work with what we got. I can't really do that right now. So, you know, this is why these looks are inspired, never exact. The closest necklace that I have to matching hers is this one that's my mom's. It's from Givenchy. And the earrings I am wearing are just some regular ones that I got from, I think it was Marshall's or TJ Maxx. So this is the necklace. It's very pretty, but I'm going to have to make sure I put it back after I finish. So this is the picture I'll be basing the look off today. And again, this is a scene from the movie Maid in Manhattan. For the brows, I am going to be using the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer in a shade, I think it's dark brown. I know it's the darkest one that they have. And I am just going to fill them in like that. Her brows do look more on the thin side, and they are looking a little bit penciled in. It doesn't look like it's with a pomade. I don't even think pomades existed when this movie came out. So I am just going to use a more like a pencil shape type of brows. And then I'm going to clean them up with a concealer to make them look a little bit thinner, because I do have thicker brows. But first, of course, you want to make sure to brush through them with the spoolie to make sure it's nice and even and there's no chunkiness. So I am going to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, which is way too light for me, which is why I thought that this was the perfect time to use it, because she has a very bright light under eye. And the picture that I've done before, I did this makeup look and I used this concealer and I had a very bright under eye similar to her, so that's why it kind of inspired me to do this look when I seen her picture. But this concealer is a little drying on me, but I am going to go ahead and clean up the brows using that. The e.l.f. concealer is in the shade Medium Sand. I am going to go in with the ColourPop No Filter concealer in the shade Golden 45. I think that's the name of it. They changed the name of it again. So I'm going to go in with that on the top of the brows to help it blend into my foundation a little bit better. And that was the last of it that I had, so I'm going to have to throw it away. It's so sad when you have to throw good products in the garbage when they're empty. But anyway, I'm going to use the Black Radiance Luminous Dry Oil to prime the face first for the foundation to prep. And this oil is a great moisturizer, and it's also great for helping stiff creams move around on the skin a little bit better. I am going to mix two foundations, the Makeup Forever HD and the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. So the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, let me tell you guys something. This foundation is so drying that when you go to try to squeeze it out of the bottle, it's so dried in there, it's ridiculous. It's supposed to be a mattifying foundation, but it takes matte to a whole another level. So every time I go to pump it out, it just squirts everywhere, which is not cool. But I did not get it on the necklace, thank God. But yeah, that's just some drama that I thought I'd let you guys know. But I am just going to blend both of these foundations together out on the face. So I went for two foundations today to mix together. The Makeup Forever HD one, because high definition is great when you're doing filming and stuff like that. I don't know what it's supposed to do. I think it has something to do with light reflecting. I don't know, whatever. And then the NYX one is great for lasting, for helping the foundation last longer all day. So of course when you're in some hot weather, in this summer weather, you want something that's gonna last. So mix both of them together and you got a great concoction. So for the concealer, I am gonna start off by using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer first. This one, I wanted to use it because again, it is light and bright enough to work, but it is way too drying for me. I have normal to dry to oily skin sometimes. The oils are just on my nose, so that's why I usually just say I have normal to dry skin, because my nose is the only thing that gets oily. But this is very drying under the eyes, and it will make your skin look very texturized if you don't have oily skin pretty much everywhere. So if you do want this concealer, I would definitely say if you have dry skin, stay away from it. I would not recommend, no matter if you use an oil to help, it will leave your skin looking very texturized and dry, and that's something you don't want for the under eye. So I am zooming in through Final Cut Pro just so you guys can see what I mean when I say very dry. It looks terrible. If I zoomed in with my camera and the quality was better, you'd be able to see that it does look texturized, meaning bumpy. So I am gonna go in with my Too Faced what concealer is this? This is the new one. I forgot what it's called, but it's very hydrating on the skin. It looks so much better. This was the one I should have went in with first, but I did think that the other one was going to be a little bit more brighter than this one, but I should have just went in with this one. But it did help conceal, literally conceal, and cover up that mess that I was working with. I didn't want to rub it off because it would just rub the foundation off, so I just thought, why not go over top of it with this one? And this concealer is so good, very hydrating. So if you have dry skin, this concealer is a must, and it lasts. And I just remembered, it is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. So for cream bronzer, I am going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit in a shade Medium, and I'm going to use that shade Cinnamon and mix it in with the Luminous Dry Oil, because like I said, it gives the product some room to move when you mix an oil with it. And I love that shade Cinnamon for cream bronzing. It's like the perfect bronzer. It brings a nice amount of warmth to the skin. And I'm going to apply it with the brush first and then blend it out with the sponge. That's how I get the best results from it. And by the way, if you have a small forehead like I do, you don't have to apply any bronzer or contour up there like I just did. I just do that because it makes it look like something's up there, you know, because sometimes it just looks plain up there, so I just bring a little bit more bronzer to it and it just, you know, brings the look together. I did apply a little bit more bronzer than I thought, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to use the Kat Von D brightening powder in the shade Golden to set under the eyes, on the lid, down the bridge of the nose, on the cupid's bow, on the chin, on the smile lines. I'm trying to like say this based off what I remember. Now I'm going to use the Midnight Bandana powder because this is perfect for like that stage makeup. It's very heavy powder, so you don't really want to apply it on the eyes, just like everywhere else. And I'm going to set under the bronzer with this and on the smile lines, which I did off camera. So I'm going back into that powder contour kit and I'm using those two bronzy shades and I'm just going to bronze up the skin with that. The shade in the middle is a contour, so it's cool tone, so you don't really want to apply it like the way I am. You would just focus it in one spot. And I'm also going to use this same brush that I'm using with the bronzer to dust away this powder to make sure it blends in and it doesn't leave like a really harsh cast. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in the shade Peachy Love and use that orange tone blush. And I'm still using the same brush so it doesn't apply harsh. This is a dual fiber brush which applies product very softly and it doesn't apply a lot of product at once. I'm going to spray my face with this Joa Beauty Dewy Setting Spray and I'm making sure to hide the necklace because I don't want to wet it up. This is just going to make sure to get rid of that powdery look that I have going on because trust me, it's very powdery with all of the powders I use. I'm going to use the Becca highlighter in the shade Opal. So I'm going to apply the highlighter in the normal spots. It looks like the highlighter was applied the same way it's applied now. I think this movie came out back in 2002, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look it up right quick. Get my facts straight. Yeah, this movie came out in 2002 and the highlighter seems to be applied the same way, so I'm just going to apply it the way I normally would. I'm going to go back into the contour kit and use that cool tone shade on the eyes. Her eyes look, the makeup looked very simple, like a pop of highlighter in the inner corner dragging onto the inner part of the lid. And then in the crease and on the lid, it looks like a very, very, very light smoky eye going on there, like a brown smoky eye. So I'm just going to take that shade and apply that throughout the crease first. I'm going to use the Profusion Chocolates palette and I'm going to take that brown chocolatey shimmery shade and apply that all over the lid. For that inner corner highlight, I'm going to go into that light shimmery shade and I'm going to apply it on this brush and I'm going to spray the brush first to make sure the shade sticks to the eyes. And it was not as bright as I wanted it to be, so later I am going to go back in with another highlighting shade that can actually make it pop because I don't know why this was not popping, but it is a bright shade and it is pigmented when it wants to be. I'm going to use this Rimmel London eyeliner in the shade Copper Bling and apply that on the waterline. I am using this sponge to help stretch my eye down a little bit more. If you press your finger down on the skin, your finger will warm up the foundation and the powder and stuff and create a little mark right there, so you want to use a brush or a sponge instead. And this is a bronzy tone that will help complement the lid. Seriously, complement. For lashes, I'm going to use the Ardell Wispy lashes in the style Demi Wispies. But before I apply them, I am going to apply this Marc Jacobs mascara first, just to help
clear out that powder, because some of that powder did get on the lashes, and you don't want your lashes to look too separated from the falsie, so you want to apply that just so it'll blend in better. I am going to take whatever shimmer's left on the brush and apply it to the brow bone as the brow bone highlight. So I'm going to use this random lip gloss that I have. I don't know the name of it, but I thought that the color was like a perfect match. It has that orange peachy tone to it that she has on her lips, so I'm just going to use that for lip gloss. So now that I've allowed the lash glue to get tacky, I'm going to go ahead and apply the lashes. And these are my favorite style lashes because they are very wispy, but at the same time they're very, not very, but they are a little bit more on the natural side. They're not dramatic at all, so they work with any and every look. And I've been using them way too much, so they're starting to get disgustingly nasty with all that glue. So this is the part where I said that the eyeshadow in the inner corner wasn't enough. So I'm going in with the Milani Necessities eyeshadow palette and using that really light gold type of champagne shade and applying that on top of it, and it looks so beautiful. Just gives it that pop of color that it needs. Did I just say pop of color? I meant pop of highlight. And you do have to be careful when applying eyeshadow after applying lashes, because it will fall on the lashes in the glue. But that will complete this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this JLo Made in Manhattan inspired look that you can wear for the summer, you can wear for your wedding, you can wear for any type of event, any type of occasion, any type of look. Okay? So I will see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bye!